uncommon. We are here again, bringing you these workouts that you are required to do if you want to make this commitment club. My workout for this week is starting off with a warm-up. All you Justin Bieber fans out there, rejoice. You have Baby coming at you. Glute bridges to that song. So, as you can imagine, every time the word baby is said in the song, you do a glute bridge. But when the song is just playing and he's not saying that word, you have to hold the top of that glute bridge. So what do I mean by that? I'll be on the floor here. Your glute bridge can look like this, and just lifting the hips up. Might feel a little bit weird the way you're about to do this to this song, but he'll say baby, you'll go down and back up, and every time he says it, you go down, back up, and then as he's singing, you just hold until the next time. If you want to increase the difficulty on this a little bit, you can find your couch. Put your shoulder blades back against the cushion of the couch. Every time he says baby, then you would go down and back up. And I'm just holding this position. I want my torso and legs to make a nice parallel line to the floor as I'm holding this. If your booty doesn't burn, you're doing it wrong. So that's the first part of your warm-up. Then we've got a little hypoxic breathing work. So you have 3 sets of this. You're gonna do 6 burpees, nose breathing only, do them pretty fast, whatever fast means for you. Then you'll just stand there and breathe 3 normal breaths in and out through your nose. And then I will inhale, hold that last breath, and then do as many air squats as I can on that breath hold. As soon as I feel the overwhelming urge to breathe, I just go ahead and breathe. That's when your set is over. And then you rest as needed after that. You're doing that 3 times. Then we come over here to part A. Starting out with the first thing in part A, we have Bulgarian split squats. Obviously, if you need to look up any other videos on this, you're welcome to, and there's many different ways that you can do this. The problem with Bulgarian split squats, which I will show you here, is that a lot of people in a gym setting, the thing that they have the easiest access to is a bench. But oftentimes a bench is a little too high for most people. If you're tall like me, you can maybe get away with this pretty easily. But what the problem is that a lot of people stretch out this back leg too much, and then they put too much weight on the back foot. You want to do just like a lunge. We want to keep almost all of our weight on this front leg. This back leg is just here for balancing. And I can think of this just like a normal squat. If I can get my thigh to parallel, that's my goal. My goal is not to necessarily touch this back knee, just to get the front leg about parallel. Okay, so I'm gonna step out a decent way here. And I like to do this without shoes usually because this back foot gets pretty uncomfortable, but I'm just gonna keep my shoes on for now. And then I'll just sit down. You can do this with weight. You can hold 2 weights here, hold a weight here, whatever you need. And I'm just gonna lower myself down. This leg gets to about parallel. Most of my weight's on that front leg, and I'm pushing through that front foot. And actually, if you could come over here. Mm-hmm. When I do these, I almost think of myself as going up and out as an angle. If I try to stay too upright, like this, and go straight down and straight up, that tends to put a lot of stress on this back leg. But if I allow myself to sink back a little bit and then push out and up over this front leg, it takes some stress off that back leg. Okay? Now, another option here. This is a height that would work for most people. Okay? This is only about a foot off the ground, probably not even a foot. And so this is gonna take a lot less strain on my back leg. It really doesn't matter. You can even do this without any elevation in your back foot. The only goal is to keep as much weight on that front leg as you can and perform the movement like a squat. Okay, so if I'm doing it like a squat, that means my weight is over the middle of my foot, and I'm gonna let my knee come forward, but I still wanna engage back here, and then push through that leg, okay? So just some things you need to watch out for on that. Too much stretching in the back leg, not enough weight on the front leg, okay? You will do 8 to 12 of those per leg. I forgot to write that up on the board, but it is per leg. and then you will rest 1 minute. Then you will go right into 5 seated jumps. So this one you'll probably need a chair or a couch for it. If you have a small box, that's fine. Your goal with this is to jump straight from whatever you're sitting on. So what I don't want to see would be getting off the bench or couch and then jumping. Okay, that would be just like a normal jump. What I want to do is create all my momentum possible from here, and then come right back down, sit, dead stop, and jump from there. You're just trying to create speed as quickly as you can. Then you'll rest about 30 seconds after that, and then you'll go into a one-armed plank on each side. So this is not a side plank. This is actually as if I was going to face the floor, only I'm going to stay facing the floor and switch to one arm. If I need to do this for my knees, I totally can, if that's challenging enough for you. If that's still not doable, or you want to challenge yourself in a slightly different way, then I can go into a half Turkish get-up. Okay, so the weight starts up over my body. The same side knee is bent. This is my support hand over here. So I'm gonna sit up and roll to that opposite arm, sit up to the hand. Now I'm gonna push through this foot, lift the hips up, and this is where I stop on the half get up. Then I go to sit back down, elbow, all the way down. So that's one. And then a second one would look like the same thing. Up to the elbow, hand, bridge up, back down, elbow, all the way down. Okay? 5 of those on each side. You can use a dumbbell for that, sandbag, whatever you want. Moving on to part B. So these are each going to be sprint intervals, and we're going to do something similar with our jumps as we did with the seated jumps in part A. So these are just tuck jumps, but think of these more like in part A, each individual rep was its own focus, and you kind of take your time with those jumps. Part B, the tuck jumps should go rapidly, so pretty quickly. So something like this pace. Okay, one right after the other. You are nose breathing only on those, and then as soon as you finish the tuck jumps, you can breathe however you want, but you're gonna sprint in place as hard as you can. Like, think of the most insanely fast and aggressive high knees you've ever done, or you can go back to your couch or a bench and you can do those taps. Okay, so pick one foot up, start here. Okay, as fast as you possibly can. That is until you quit. Okay, so you're going as fast as you can, and whenever you decide, whenever you feel that you're done, that you're losing speed, and you just start to kind of fall apart there, then that's when you're done. And you can rest as much as you need until you need to start again. Then we got cool down. This is really, hopefully, going to be a chance for you to catch up with a friend or a family member that you haven't talked to in a while. So go on a walk. If it's nice out, go for a 5-minute walk and see if you can call somebody. Maybe arrange with a friend that is in the gym for you guys to do the workout about the same time. And then when you guys are done, you can call each other and talk about it. You know how us CrossFitters love doing workouts and then talking about how we worked out. So you can keep that going. Then once you get back inside, you can do a little couch stretch, about a minute each leg. So I really like to do this actually on a couch. So if I had my couch here, if I was on an actual couch, I could cushion my foot kind of on the backrest here, but then I can actually just keep this leg down on the floor. And this is, to me, this is a lot more comfortable than doing it against the wall. But it's also, if you have kind of sensitive feet or ankles, it provides a nice cushion because you're on a couch. So you'll hold that for about a minute. Make sure you're breathing throughout this whole thing too. If you find yourself wincing or holding your breath or straining at all, then you're probably pushing that stretch a little too far. That's it. Have fun.